Welcome to Software Tutorials. In this episode, we're going to be focusing on A/B testing your email marketing campaigns. First off, we want to talk about why you need a newsletter for your business. Email is still the most engaged with marketing tool at your disposal. People still open emails, they get emails. It's going to be much more effective if you can get people into an email marketing list that you can send a regular newsletter to, that they're going to get the information you want to them. You can obviously do things like post that information on social media, post it on your website, etc. But a lot of times somebody may miss it on social media if they missed, that hour or so that your post went up, or maybe they're not visiting your website all the time. Most people are still opening their emails on a regular basis, and that's the best way to get that information to them. Regular touch points via newsletter keeps your brand on top of mind to that customer. Maybe they're not ready to purchase right at the moment, but they could be in a month or 2 months or whatever it might be. Now, by getting your brand and your name in front of them on a regular basis, you're going to be on top of mind when it is time for them to come purchase that product or that service that they're looking for that you offer. One of the best ways to let customers know about your updates and new products or special offers is through your email newsletter. It's a great way to showcase, any product updates that you might have or service updates. If you have a new product that you're offering, great way to let customers who may have been at your service or purchased your product before, let them know that you have these new products or services, or if there's special offers you're offering for a specific time period, it's a great way to get that information to them. Because again, email is open, it is usually consumed pretty well. And a lot of times, if somebody is engaged in the content that you're sending in the first place, they're going to be engaged in whatever you might send that's going to update them on new products, updates, or special offers. It's also cheap and easy to manage, and it has great performance to it. So that's one of the things you want to look at here too. Again, email marketing systems are typically quite inexpensive to be able to set up and run and operate, and it's got great performance. For the dollar, it's going to be the best way to get the information into the hands of your customers. Now, what can A/B testing of your email do for you? In systems like we're going to show you in just a moment, you can do up to 10 different versions of an email. So you can choose a subset of your contact list that you're going to send these 10 different versions to. The great thing about that is that over time, it's going to evaluate the performance that you're going to want to measure on, and then you'll be able to automate the remainder of the list to go to whatever version of the email was the most successful, had the best performance. And you can set the best performance based on open rates, click-through rates, conversions, etc. So a lot of different options for you to be able to say, all right, I want to measure this specific thing, and then I want to send 10 different versions out. Whichever gets the highest performance based on this one specific measure that I want to send the other 80% that version. So that's the cool thing about a system like this, is it allows you to optimize automatically your email going out to the right people. And again, speaking of performance, it's really helping you to drive that optimization of the opens, clicks, conversions, because you're going to be able to see, okay, this subject line specifically was able to help me get a higher open rate than the rest of them. I want to make sure that I optimize off of that. It also allows you to gain insight for future campaigns you might be sending. So the great thing about a system like this is if you were to want to test subject lines, 6 different subject lines, for example, to see which got the best open rate, old ways where you can't A/B test, it would mean you'd have to send 6 different campaigns, which over time is going to waste a lot of time. It's going to waste a lot of energy. It's also going to waste a lot of those contacts and those touch points. So you want to try to get that information as short a number of people as possible. And that's what A/B testing can help you do. And then it also allows you to get that information in one email. So say you want to test subject lines, you get the best subject line, that data in one email blast. So the next one, you can actually then focus on another performance measure you want. So let's say the first one is getting open rates. The second one, you want to get the best click-through rates. You want to try a couple different versions of your email with different calls to action. Those are the things you can do to make sure, after only a couple emails, you're optimizing your email campaigns to the best that you'll be able to send out. So let's take a peek at some technology to help you create newsletters and do these A/B testing systems in a much more efficient manner. So as you can see, I'm here in my email marketing system inside of the platform. If I come into campaigns, I can walk right through the process of creating my campaign right here. I already have one set up for the purpose of this demo, so let's jump into this one. As you can see, actually setting up your campaign is very easy. You just come in, you enter your subject line, you're from, who you want to send it from, You can create your content and design your email right here. Your contact list, you put in your contact list, whoever you want to send it to, and then here's the A/B testing that we'll get into in just a second. The first thing you want to do to get your A/B testing started is you want to come to design your email. Now, in the editor, there's a lot that you can do, including creating a banner for your email, adding text, adding pictures. You can see columns here, text, buttons, videos, imagery, dividers, spacers, blocks, social sharing, all that good stuff. For our purposes, we're going to work on the A/B testing. So I come in here, I click version A, and I can see I created one right here. So I got version A, version B. I can create a new version as well. I can create up to 10 different versions of my email if I'd like. In here, you can see that I've actually gone in and differentiated the subject line. So in this subject line, I actually pulled a variable, the first name of the person I'm going to be sending to, and that person's newsletter. This will pull whatever information I have in their contact list for first name. So it'll be very focused on that person or very targeted to that person. In version B, you can see I have a little bit different for my subject line, where it just says monthly newsletter here. So you can see it's a little bit different there. So I'm testing different subject lines for my campaign today. Once I have my email all formatted and everything looks good and I have my different versions set up, I'm going to go ahead and save this. Then I'm going to go ahead and review and send. Now this will take me back to where I can see all the different versions of my email. So version A, version B, I can see the subject lines. So you're going to see those are different between version A and version B there. Again, the from content is all there. And again, you can change the content of the email per different version you want as well. You've got your contact list here, and then your A/B testing samples. So I'm going to come in here. There's a couple different options you can select. So you can say, I want to send a certain percentage of my contact list, the samples. So it's going to send 8% to version A and 12% to version B, for example, on this one. If it was a round number, that would be the same number of contacts. Now down here, I can select a few different ways if I want the election mode to kind of operate. So automatically I can select, I want the highest open rate to be the version that I want to go out after the test has gone out. You can see here, you can choose click-through rate, lowest unsubscribe rate, lowest spam rate, or you can do it manually as well. So you can select this and it will send you a notification when the time that you select is up so that you can go in and select whichever campaign or whichever version you think is going to be best and manually send to the rest of your team. We're going to stay with automatic for this one and we're going to do highest open rate. So I'll save that. And then I can either schedule it to go out at a different time or I can send it now. So I'm going to send now just to show you the next step in setting up the A/B test. So in here, you can see that I can choose my time, the specific amount of time that I want the campaign to run or the test campaign to run. So in here, I'm setting 5 hours. I can do 6, I can do 7. I can also select if I want it to be hours or days. So if you wanted to give it a whole day or 2 days to run and then send out the rest of the contact list, you can do it that way as well. I'm going to select 5 hours for this. Or you can set it at a specific date. So you can say, okay, I want to test this out, and then I just want it to make sure that the rest of it goes out on a specific date at a specific time. You can do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then click Send Now. And my campaign is off. In 5 hours, I'll get a notification saying, your email is being sent out to version A, B, C, whatever it is. And I can come in here and I can check the statistics and see how my email is optimized. As always, if you have any questions, come to our Help Center right here, the little question mark. Here you'll find great information about the email marketing system, as well as all the other tools that are on the platform as well, getting started documents, platform information. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to our team by submitting a request right here. Hope you learned something new.